have a fear, for my Lord is ever near, and in him so often I confide. He's the keeper of my soul, since I gave him full control, and he placed me on the winning side. Well, I'm on the winning side. Yes, I'm on the winning side. Out in sin, no more will I abide. I've enlisted in the fight for the cause of truth and right. Praise the Lord, I'm on the winning side. Hi, friends out there in Never Never Land. Okay, whatever. I wanted to talk about the elephant in the room. Why don't we talk more about mental health when it comes to fibromyalgia? I think that there's a huge connection between different abilities or inabilities to manage our emotions with our fibromyalgia, and I would love to dig deeper into this subject because I think it really definitely affects how we think and what we think about. I know for me, the very fact that I changed to a high protein, high fat regimen as opposed to carbohydrates for fuel, it's made a tremendous change in how my brain functions now. I do have more organization. I also have a lot less crying sessions. It's a reality that pain and fatigue can really wear down on our mental capacity, and not being a clinician or scientist or researcher myself, I'm just living my life and discovering these things as my reality. Some of the issues I struggled with before I ate carnivore was a lot of emotional roller coasters, a lot of issues with relationships, feeling misunderstood and misunderstanding other people. Could be related or not related to fibromyalgia, but definitely having pain and fatigue, living in and out with that struggle, fatigue being as bad as lethargy, and pain just being as bad as a slight touch on my arm or leg, and it felt excruciating. And just having these symptoms all my life can create a situation where we're just struggling with interpretation and thought processes. And I just think that if we have an issue that eating high carbohydrates makes worse, then changing what we eat could also be a benefit. So for me, I have definitely noticed a huge change in my attitude and everything. Not a complete 100% change, but now I can actually recognize and have the energy to deal with situations that I cause if I'm getting upset. And I also don't spend the whole day crying anymore. That's a reality I had, and I don't know if you have that reality with fibromyalgia and how much your fibromyalgia is affecting your brain function. One of the symptoms of brain fog is not being able to process our thoughts in an efficient manner, and not being able to process our emotions fully. There are other reasons why I have a hard time with my emotions, especially processing conflict and conflict resolution. That has absolutely nothing to do with fibromyalgia. However, I have found that eating the carnivore has definitely helped to improve myself in being able to handle these situations better. That being said, what kind of emotional issues are you having that fibromyalgia is making a lot harder? Some of the symptoms I used to have is a feeling of worthlessness, feeling depressed, of course, that's part of it. Feeling incapable of, not believing that I was capable of doing things that I wanted to get accomplished. And just struggling with having the energy and the mental capacity to deal or process any of my emotions. So ending up in a lot of days where I didn't address anything, I didn't acknowledge anything, I couldn't think of anything because my brain was lacking energy to do so. Now, energy is measured by ATP, which is the process that cells will convert either sugar or fat into energy. What I'm finding for myself is that my body doesn't work when I'm eating sugars, any types of sugars. The ATP just malfunctions completely. But when I'm in ketosis, ATP functions perfectly, ideally. And if I cheat just a little bit, and yes, of course I do, because I still enjoy having a glass of wine here and there. I still want cream in my coffee. And that's another story. Why would cream be an issue? Well, it does have a little bit of carbohydrates, but it's also a dairy product that causes a lot of weight gain. So the things I have to give up if I want to be small and thin, I guess. That could be another issue as well. How we think of our body image with fibromyalgia. When we lack the energy to exercise and we try to do it and then injure ourselves because of one thing or another. I mean, it's a constant cycle of going back and forth on what we feel confident that we are able to do and where we lack the confidence of what seems like we're not able to do. So it is definitely a struggle, and I think that in the fibromyalgia community we should be talking about it more often and really look deeply into the connection between our mental health, mental awareness, capacity, and its link to fibromyalgia. There's no cure for fibromyalgia, but there are definitely things we can do to improve our situation. So this is my journey, and hopefully after I get used to doing videos, I'll be able to explain this journey a lot better. All right, I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Do what you can to help you better. And if you do actually get to see this, please comment below some of the things that you struggle with, and I would love to talk about them more. So anything that you add to this is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Bye.
Well, I'm on the winning side. Yes, I'm on the winning side. Out in sin, no more will I abide. I've enlisted in the fight for the cause of truth and right. Praise the Lord, I'm on the winning